Morning, students. Today we'll start the final chapter of the class 12th, which is the probability. Chapter number 13, it is, I think, probability. Before starting the chapter, I would wish to tell you something that according to new syllabus, lots of portion have been reduced from this chapter. It is containing actually 5 exercises, but last 2 exercises has been eliminated. Last 2 exercises is a big portion has been eliminated, and only first 3 exercises we have to study. So one should understand about that. Very less study in this chapter. One of the question will be coming. Definitely, I think according to new syllabus, what the marking scheme will be there. 8-mark question, one 4-mark question. The rest are 2 and 2, something like that will come in from this chapter. So definitely we have a very less syllabus of this chapter. So we'll study that. So first, what we're going to study in the first exercise, we have a conditional probability. Students, you have been studying probability since class 8 or 7. I think 7 or 8. I don't remember properly, but from 9, I think it is very sure. From 9, 10, 11, you have been studying the probability in 3 consecutive previous classes. So you know bit about the probability. There is nothing special concept. You know the probability. You should know about sample space, events, and the probabilities definitely will find. Suppose A is any event, so we'll have a n of A upon n of S is a probability, number of element in that event and number of element in the sample space. So this will be definitely used, and what we are studying, look at in this class, we have a conditional probability. So let me introduce to you what is conditional probability. Now, it is very simple to understand about probability, but it is conditional, meaning it depends on the condition. So I just first write a very simple question, and then I will attach another question which actually you can differ them, and you can understand about to comparing these two questions. You can understand about the conditional probability easily. If I say, if a die tossed, find the probability to even number. Suppose this is a question. This question belongs to class 10th class, 9th class syllabus. It is nothing hard. You know, if a die tossed, a die tossed n of s will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is sample space. And you assume a event that it is even number. So what is even number? 2, 4 and 6. So this is n of s will be 6 and n of a will be 3. So if I say what is the probability of event A, so n of A upon n of S, that is 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. This is answer. This is answer. So hope till here you are good, I think, in probability. But what is conditional probability? If I change the question, look at, if a die is tossed, find the probability of even number. This question is very same, but I attach one condition, which actually this question depends on. Further I am writing, find the probability of even number if it is known that number is greater than 3. This condition I have attached with the previous question. Now look at it. If a die toss, find the probability of even number. This is very simple question which already we have seen it. But this new question attached, that if a die toss, what is the probability of even number? Same. If it is known that this number is a greater than 3. This particular question now depends on the further given condition. That's why it is called a conditional probability. Again, I want to speak you that here 2 different kinds of events will be including. First, which the event to which the probability of that event we have to find out. Second, which is a given event. Look at, I tell you. Find the probability of even number. This is the event whose probability we have to find out. But it is known, this is given, that the number is greater than 3. It is given. It is given and it is required. Try to understand. This is the event whose probability we have to find out. And this is the attached given event. Definitely this question is depends on that, but in this question it was independent question. The question has finished here, but this is the question where we have to find the same question. We have to find the probability of even number, but when it is known or it is given that the number is greater than 3. You know that a question actually depends on the condition which is given after, and that's why it is called a conditional probability. So how we can deal this problem, I just want to discuss with you right here. I don't want to rub this, or we have a space here. Look at solution this time. So first of all, let me explain one thing, that we have a S is a sample space. Definitely we'll make it. A will assume the event whose probability need to find out, and we assume B the event, the given event. Very simple language, very common language I am using. Now can you compare in the question what 3 are? Sample space 1 can make easily, because a die is tossed, we can understand S equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, n of S equal to 6. A, the event whose probability need to find out. Find the probability of even number. So that is your A, whose probability we have to find out. Find the probability of even number. So that is your A. Okay, now what is B? The new event is coming. You know, the A is depends on B. A is depends on condition B, that even numbers, the find the probability of even number when it is known or it is given that the number is greater than 3. The second condition, which is very important, on which A is depends, that's why it is called a conditional probability. Now the second event will be called B. Now make a habit, which event will be given, will be known, which has been occurred, that will be your B. Again, I just want to repeat my sentence, that the event which is given, that is which is well known or which has been occurred. 3 sentences I am using for that B. This will be called a B. And we make a habit, we don't want to use any special symbol E and F used by book. I am using A and B. So B will be the given event. The given event is number greater than 3. That is simple. Now what is the conditional probability? Definitely I am now introducing to you with the conditional probability symbol. How we can write? Look at, find the probability of A when B has been occurred. Find the probability of A when it depends on B. Find the probability of A when it is B is given or B is well known. So I would write that find the probability of A. I am writing conditional probability symbol. Find the probability of A when B has been given, B has been occurred. This is A upon B, but don't think that I am dividing to A by B. It is the symbol like divide, but it does not divide. It is only the symbol that probability of A we have to find out when B is given. So whatever the given event will be written in downside, and the required to which we have to find the probability, actually I will write it upside. So P of A upon B, and the formula it follows A intersection B upon P of B. That intersection you know in class 11th you studied. I taught you all. So P of A intersection B upon P of B, that is a simple formula. One can understand in single, single pace. You can understand it. So P of A upon B is equal to, now keep remember I have taught you the meaning of that. Probability of A when B has been given, B has been occurred, B is well known. Then formula is P of A intersection B upon P of B. And P of A is not coming here. So keep in mind that we need not P of A. Sometime A gonna so big, so large. We need not have to do the hard work on A. We only need A. Whatever the A is, that is good. But we don't have to find the probability of A. We need P of A intersection B. We need P of B. So okay, we'll go on now. We'll always take a symbol capital A, which the particular event whose probability need to find out. B, event will be considered which is given, which has been occurred, which is well known. Okay, now 3 sentences I already have taught you, so it is good enough. Now I just want to do this question. I want to do this question. Look at, if a die is tossed, if a die is tossed, one should know S will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So n of S will be 6. This is simple. Now you know what to do. Let me wrap it out now, because it's already taught you this. Let A, the probability of event which is actually required, even number. This probability we have to find out of A. So event of even number. So A will be even number, you know, 2, 4 and 6. 2, 4 and 6. I again explain that we don't have to find n of A, and I don't need to find P of A, because in our formula P of A is not coming. So don't do the hard work for that. A. And let B, which is given event. What given? That the number is greater than 3. Event that number is greater than or more than 3. So we know that more than 3 number is a 4, 5 and 6, because it is a sample space. So we have to take all the elements from the sample space, that only have taken. But this required n of B is equal to what? We have a 3, and P of B we need definitely. But wait, we'll make it at the instant all. So n of B we have got, P of B you also can find. Okay, I'm doing P of B is equal to n of B upon n of S. Now you may be thinking that it's a 3 by 6, meaning 1 by 2. Let me explain again that A I wrote, but I didn't find n of A and P of A, because in formula it is not coming. I already explained you. P of B we definitely will come in a formula, that's why I found out. And we need one more thing, A intersection B, you know the formula, A intersection B. So this is A, this is B. So can you find intersection 4 and 6, 4 and 6? Intersection, you know, it's a common element. So n of A intersection B is equal to 2. And probability of A intersection B is equal to same formula, n of A intersection B upon n of S, because you know you have to divide by n of S now. So 2 by 6. So answer 1 by 3. So lastly, we have a formula, you know that probability of A intersection B we need to find out. That formula you know it, probability of A intersection B upon P of B. The answer is 1 by 3 upon 1 by 2. So answer is 2 by 3. That is the completion of the question. So hope through all this concept, I think you might have got the concept. Now you can understand the questions, what I am going to do here. So let me tell you some examples. We have 6 or 7 examples. So we'll try to do all the examples so that you can make exercise from your side only. So let me start with the first question, very first question. First example. So we have example like, example number 1, we have very easy example it is. It's what given, you can read in a book. That P of A is 7 by 13, P of B is 9 by 13, and P of A intersection B is 4 by 13. Find P of A upon B. So question is already made. We don't have to do the hard work. We will only write the formula that P of A upon B is actually meaning P of A intersection B upon P of B. This is simple formula. P of A intersection B already we are having 4 by 13, and P of B we are having 9 by 13. So one thing which is extra given, which is P of A, which nonsense we have. Nonsense it is for us. So 13 and 13 will cancel. So 4 by 9 is a simple answer. So we have got the answer. Now I just move on example number 2. A family has 2 children. very good thing. A family has two children. Whenever this sentence will be coming now, you have to form a sample space according to their born condition. Like first suppose boy born, second girl born. Opposite may possible, girl and boy also, girl and girl also. So one can understand when a family has two children, only this word is coming now. It means sample space will be made like what I told you. I just want to give an example here. Look at, I tell you, a family has two children. So one can understand S will be boy boy, boy girl, girl boy, and girl girl, where G stands for girl and B stands for boy. Now question says, what is the probability that both the children are boys, given that at least one of them is boy? You first try to catch the language. Two things are coming. First event, whose probability we have to find out, and second event which is given. So it's very easy. I just go with let A be the event whose probability we need to find out. Find the probability that both the children are boys. Okay, both the children are boys. So A will have boys, BB. You know, both the children are boys, BB, and nothing more. And you know that N of A I won't find, P of A I won't find. And because in formula it is not coming now. And B, look at, which is given. Which is given. What is the probability that both the children are boys? This is when it is given, at least one of them is boy. At least one of them is boy. What do you think? P will be? One of them is boy. At least one of them is boy. Boy, BG and GB, both will come. You know, both boy may be there, one boy may be there, and this is also one boy may be there. At least one boy is there. So we have a 3 element. And you know that I am going to find out N of B also. And you know that P of B is coming, N of S, what we have? 4. So P of B will be N of B upon N of S, 3 by 4. This is not answer, this is only N of B. Now, sorry, P of B. We've got it. One more thing is required, you know that it's a conditional probability. A intersection B, it is required. So do you think that A intersection B is only B and B? Common element. And N of A intersection B will be 1. So probability of A intersection B will be, does it visible? Let me check. Yes. So probability of A intersection B will be, you know it, 1 by 4, because N of S will be 4. Now it's on end. Probability of A upon B will be probability of A intersection B upon probability of B, 1 by 4 upon 3 by 4. Last the answer is a 1 by 3. It is the condition. So hope you are getting it. Nothing hard it is. The new concept is definitely has come, but it is nothing hard. You just have to recognize the type of the question. You know, the thing which is given, and the event whose probability we need to find out. Just catch 2 things only. Okay. Now let me tell you the next question. Example number 3rd I am telling you. Question says 10 cards numbered 1 to 10 are placed in a box mixed throughoutly, and then 1 card is drawn. If it is known that number on the drawn card is more than 3, what is the probability that it is even number? Now it is very simple. 2 events we have. First the required event, and second the given event. Okay, now it's very simple. A number of cards. First number of cards are 10. So I would simply write N of S equal to 10. Even S will be 1, 2, 3. I would number of cards 10. Let me speak something. S will be number 1, 2 till 10. So N of S will be 10. Now I assume A. What A? Look at the question. If 1 card is drawn and it is, if it is known that the number, if it is known, it means it is given. It will be considered B. and the event whose probability we need to find out will be called A. Look at, find the probability. What is the probability that it is even number? So I say A is a even number. Now don't be confused. In this question, the given event is whatever the given event, known event has given in early, and the required event whose probability we need to find out is given later. So A whose probability we need to find out, even number. So A will be even number at 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. But I won't go further because you know it now the reason. B is the event. Look at, if it is known that number, the known particular word, I taught you that B will be considered the event which is known, which has been occurred. So it is known that number on the drawn card is more than 3. Number more than 3. So B will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll go further. N of B will be, this is a 7. And probability of B will be 7 by 10. Also, A intersection B, definitely. Now A intersection B, can you catch? 4 and 4, 6 and 8 and 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. 4 element. 4, 6, 8, 10. 4 element there. A intersection B will be 4. So probability of A intersection B will be 4 by 10. Afterward, you know that what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. Last sentence is required only. What? Let me write here only. So probability of A upon B is equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of B. Hope this is visible to you. Yes, it is visible. P of intersection B, which is 4 by 10, and this 7 by 10. So both will cancel, 10 and 10. You have answer 4 by 7. This is the answer. So it was a very easy question. Now let me tell you the example number 4. It is again a very good question. In a school, there are 4,000 students. Total students we have 1,000. Out of which 430 are girls. Girls are 430. Rest are boys. Okay. It is, now look at the question. If it is known that, known word has come. If it is known that out of 430, 10% of girls studying class 12th. Okay. The girls studying in class 12th, 10%. You know 10%, how we can find out? 10% of 430, 43. So I would speak one thing, 10% of 430, which is simply 43. These are total girls in a school, but only 43 the girls who are studying in class 12th. Now remember, these are total student, these are girl students, and these are girls which are studying in class 12th. The question says, I'll read it properly. What is the probability? You know that the question, what is the probability? I'll consider A. Let A is. Now read. What is the probability that chosen randomly student in class 12th, and given that after given is B. So studies in class 12th. Look at, I tell you again. What is the probability that a student chosen randomly studies in class 12th? Student studies in class 12th, and you know that whatever A is need not require N of A, need not require P of A. So don't go after that. A is sufficient. Now B is, what B is? The given that chosen student is a girl. Chosen, this is given actually. Student is a girl. Now, if it is girl, look at chosen student is a girl. Now I need N of B. I need P of B both. Look at chosen student is a girl. Search out where the girl is. Girl are 430. Okay, I'll write 430. And P of B will be 430 upon 1000. So it's okay. I just want to leave right here. Now try to understand the situation that A was the event whose probability we need to find. Only I mentioned event A, but I did not work of any type on A because in the formula N of A and P of A both are not coming. But according to B, which is given event, that was chosen student is a girl. So girl students are 430. So probability of the girl students 430 by 1000. Now what to do? You have to find out P of A. We need one more thing now. What we need? Also A intersection B. Now try to understand A intersection B. So can you understand about A intersection B? Now A student studies in class 12th and B is a girl student. So can you combine this? Can you get a sentence which is actually showing intersection of A and B? A and B have an intersection common that the student is in class 12th and they must be girl. So the combined sentence I will make that the girls who are studying in class 12th, that is combination of A and B. That is a combination of A and B. A intersection B, we have to find a common thing. A only for class 12 students, only class 12 student. B student, those are girls. So can you combine them? The girls who are studying in class 12 and girls who are studying in class 12 are 43. So it's a 43 only. And a P of A intersection B, know it. It's a 43 by 1000. Now last formula, you know it. P of A upon B, which is a formula. P of A intersection B. P of B, that formula is a 43 upon 1000. And this is 430 upon 1000. So answer is 1 by 10. This is very simple thing. We have done it. So student, hope you are getting all the things which I am telling you here. Nothing hard, it was all. So 4 examples we have completed right here. Now we have some more examples. 5th example, we'll look for that. Look at 5th example is there. The example is a dice tossed 3 times, okay? And you know that whenever the dice tossed 3 times, S gonna be very tough. 3 times, dice tossed 3 times. So S will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 6, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 6. And you know, it's a very silly job till doing 6, 6 and 6. But very important that if you cannot form it, no matter at all, but one should know when a die tossed 1 time, the outcome are 6. But the die tossed 3 times, the outcome will be 6 into 6 into 6. 216. When die tossed twice, N of S will be 6 into 6, 36. You know it. Now die tossed 3 times, N of S will be 216, and that is very important. Now read the question. Event A and B are defined as, okay, what A is given 4 on third toss and B is a 6 on first and 5 on second toss. Okay, now in this question we are bound. We cannot consider A and B from our side because A and B are given. So okay, no matter at all. What we have to find, that is matter. Question says find the probability of A when B has already occurred. So we have to find P of A upon B. So very simple now. So we'll only write A, but we won't find anything about A, and we'll find the probability of B also. Later on we'll find the probability of A intersection B also. Okay, look at it, I tell you. So let me wrap this out. First I want to work on that. A 4 on the third toss. 4 on the third toss. Look at, I tell you. 1, 1, 4. You know, 4 on the third toss. 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 6, 4. Like that. 2, 1, 4. 2, 2, 4. And so on. Lots of elements. Even I am not interested to write the elements. You can write the last element 6, 6, 4. Believe me, admit me that you need not do work on A. Even you are not good to find A, leave it. Because you don't need N of A, you don't need P of A. A is sufficient. Now, B is not let, but it is given. B is what? B 6 on the first toss and 5 on the second toss. Okay. So what is B now? Very easy. 6 on the first toss, 5 is the second. So very definite. 6, 5, 1, 6. 6 coming on first, 5 is coming on second. 6, 5, 2, 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 5 and 6, 5, 6. Very simple. So we have 6 elements in that, and I want to find number of element and probability of B also 6 by 2, 16. That is not a ending, that is not a destination. We'll find A intersection B also. So A intersection B is easy. Can you match? 4 on the third toss was A and B is this one. So can you find the common element? Yes. 4 on the third toss, very important. 4 on the third toss is this one. You know the common element only 6, 5, 4 because in the last it is 4. So common element cannot be 3 because 3 is not here. Cannot be the element ending with 2. 2 is not here in the end. So at the end it is 4 no. So 6, 5, 4 is only common element. So n of A intersection D will be only 1. So probability of A intersection D will be 1 by 2, 16. So lastly we have to find probability of A intersection D, which is P of A intersection B, P of A upon B we need to find out. Therefore formula this one. So 1 by 2, 16 upon 6 by 2, 16. So your answer is only 1 by 6. So I think it is enough to tell you 5 examples. I have taught you this. So you please start exercise from your side. Tomorrow we'll have some question of the exercise, but tomorrow we'll finish the exercise, the current exercise. But it is your duty to complete the exercise from your side as possible. Thank you.